So hi everyone, I'm Vlad, marketing at Alephium, and I'm very happy to welcome you all today. A big part of the team is here today, and the goal of this kickoff call is to kickstart the hackathon. You've seen most of the useful info on the website, on the article, or in the various posts we've made. But now we just want to do a small recap and to kickstart officially this all together live. Again, the call will be recorded, so you'll be able to catch up on it. So if you need to leave, it's fine. You will see it on YouTube, like maybe tomorrow. And for the people who are on the wrong time zone, because we have applicants from all over the world. We will share with you the distribution of people around the planet. It's quite amazing. We have more than 83 people who filled up the form, which is actually more people than that because some people just filled it for the team. So I want to wish you all a warm welcome today. I want to thank you for attending today and to start with us this amazing adventure. I want to thank our partner, some of which are online today. The Blockflow DAO, Cetacean Capital, and DAppNode have contributed significant resources to help us put together this hackathon and for the prizes. And without further ado, we're just gonna go into it. So I'm gonna do a short recap of the whole setup, and then Hongchao will be doing the dev for dev introduction to the hackathon, how to set up your thing, where to find the doc. And then Cheng, Maud, and Mika will do a small hello to everyone, and then we have time for some questions. The goal is to not take more than 40 or 45 minutes, but if we have to go longer, we'll do. So I want to remind everyone, so the hackathon actually started officially 4 minutes ago. We're 4 p.m. CET on the 12th. It's going to last 14 days until the 26th of February. We conceived of it like this so that there's 2 weekends that are included into it, and so that we have enough time, but it's also not too time consuming or last too long. We will have 2 open office calls on the 16th and the 20th. So basically every 4 days, we'll have a time slot at 4 p.m. like this, where people can join in. We'll ping you in Discord. So if you have questions that you want to ask live rather than asking Discord, you can join in, and we'll be there for like an hour to be able to discuss or answer questions. The winners will be announced probably in March, because it's going to take us probably a while to check out that many projects. So please bear with us. We want to do our work thoughtfully and be thorough. So that's for the main thing. As you have understood, the main prize on the hackathon website, we have 2 big avenues. One is the main tracks. There's 3 of them. There's the tooling, dApps, and interoperability on one side, and these are supposed to be done by teams, which is why we have created those channels. And on the other side, you have the side quests, the bounties, which we have detailed and which you can propose your own also. And those you can do as a solo hacker. You don't need to be a team, but you can also complete bounties as a team. We've created 2 channels on our Discord. One is the lounge, where you can just discuss things, ask questions, find the team also if you want to participate in the main tracks. And the other one is a forum-like, where we ask you to create your project. For every team, for every project, we ask you to create one post, and giving us the title, the description, the team, and you can also use it as a place to discuss your project or call us in. The submission form for now is closed because we're just starting, but it will be opening next week. And we'll share the link in Discord, of course. And do not forget, you can reach us by tagging us at all times. I don't know if you know us well enough, but Cheng is a core dev and founder. Hongchao is a core dev. Mika is front-end, UX. Maud is everything, operations. all things not dev, and I'm marketing. And if you need me, I'll be the one like lurking around all the time in the channels, anyways. We also have Montel, who's not here right now, but who's our community manager, and Thiago, who's here, who can help you. So just to remind you, because it's important as we start, the things we're going to be looking at when we judge the projects are the implementation, like how does the interaction with Alephium demonstrate quality software development, from idea to finish, like what you announced in the beginning, does it match the output we get to see at the end? UX and design is something we're interested in looking at, even though it's maybe not the core for people who are full devs. The potential impact of your idea and its implementation, and the quality of the implementation and the idea. How creative, how unique is it? We just ask you kindly, if you're starting from something that you have already started, please tell us clearly in the project you're going to create in the channel where you are now and where you want to go, so that we know exactly what we're judging. And basically that's it for me. I think I've covered the main topics. I will still be around if you have questions later, and I will now give the floor to Hongchao, which will give you a little bit of a picture of where to go to kickstart your dev adventure on the hackathon.
Okay, so should I share my screen?
Yeah, go on. Perfect.
All right, can you guys see my screen?
Yes.
All right, great. Hey everybody, my name is Hongchao. I'll just repeat. So I'm here to give you like a pointer to some of the resources that we have, and also I'll do a demo of scaffolding a dev project.
No, not okay. Not okay. The mic.
Let's see if Hongchao can recover from this.
Yeah. Let me ping him on Slack. In the meantime, Maud, would you take over?
Sure, and I'll try to entertain you until Hongchao can come back, recover from this. So I'll start with the pep talk. I do want to say that we are super humbled to see that many people participate into our first hackathon, and as taking this opportunity also to mention it is our first hackathon. So this is something that it means we are learning a lot. It also means it's very early in the development of Alephium. So I don't know, there are many new faces, people we haven't seen before into our ecosystem. So just so you know, Alephium is a very young blockchain. So we would really benefit from your feedback throughout the hackathon into what you've liked, what you didn't like, so that we can improve at many levels, obviously on the tech side, but also on the hackathon organization side, so that we know how to do better for the next hackathon. Maybe giving Hongchao fiber internet, that would be one on the to-do list for hackathon session number 2. But yeah, and we're super excited to see what you build. And every one of us, in addition to the people Vladimir mentioned, we also have Benoit, which maybe you can see that helps on the infra side. We have Thomas that does a lot on the Explorer backend and kind of all of the backend things. So we have a lot of other people also in the on Discord that will be able to jump in on the technical side to assist you if you need. I think for me, this is it. Thank you again for joining us for our first hackathon.
Thank you, Maud. I think we'll move to Mika, if you want to say a few words on what you do and how you can provide help.
Sure. So yeah, hi everyone. First of all, I'd like to say that I'm also super stoked to see how many of you are actually interested in getting involved and building with us and on Alephium. It's super nice to see.
Hi guys.
I also can't. Hi. I also can't wait to see what you will build. Personally, so I'm the product guy at Alephium. So I'm focusing on designing and building the user interfaces that you are using. So Wallet, Explorer, etc. So always trying to offer the best user experience possible for people to get into our ecosystem and our technology. So in the hackathon, I will be focusing on that. So reviewing the front end work, the UI UX, the way you designed your projects, and I'm really looking forward to it. So good luck to everyone, and thank you again.
Yeah, and I realized I forgot something important. The hackathon wouldn't happen without the help of our partner that have contributed to the prize pool. So we have the Blockflow DAO, which is a community DAO that has contributed, that will contribute $20,000 worth of Alephium to the prize. They will contribute to the main prize pool, but they will also have a dedicated price, if I'm not mistaken. Vladimir, shake your head if I'm wrong. Okay, I'm not wrong. Good. They also have a dedicated
You're
price.
right.
So they have a dedicated price. We also have Cetacean Capital that contributed $10,000 worth of Alephium. Also, a part of it will be is added to the main prize pool, but they also have their own Cetacean Capital choice. They have also indicated that they are open to considering further investment into project coming out of the hackathon. Then we have DAppNode that has provided one of their DApp node, and this will be given as a prize to the project that will emphasize the most self-hosting and decentralized practices into their hackathon submission. And hopefully we may have a couple more partners to announce during the hackathon. And so I do want to thank all of the partners that, in addition to us, have made this hackathon possible for all of us.
Thank you, Maud. I think Hongchao has a different setup, so we can try again with the dev proposal. So Hongchao, would you try again if it's better with the sound of your phone?
Hello, can you hear me better?
Yeah, but
better?
Start the screen sharing so that we know if it works.
Okay. So can you see my screen?
Yes, and we can hear you actually.
And awesome. So everything it works, I suppose.
Yes. Please, the floor is yours now.
Nice. All right. Yeah. So So my name is Hongchao. I'm one of the core devs. Yeah, I feel super excited about the hackathon as well. I'm here to basically give you some pointers to some of the resources that we have, and I will also give you a demo of just scaffolding a simple DApp project. Just treat this as a warm-up before the hackathon, and if you have further questions, feel free to ask in the Discord channels, and we'll try to answer as best as we can. So if you are one of those like top-down guys, prefers to read the documentation before you touch the code and so on, there's like a set of documentations that might be interesting for you. For example, the docs.alephium.org. This is like the main documentation site. And here you can find documentations about the rough programming language, about like, for example, how to build a DApp, about, for example, tokens, and also asset permission systems and so on. So there's like a lot of information here that you can read. We also have a Medium article about the Alfred virtual machine that you can read. By the way, I'm going to share this in the Discord channel after this meeting. Yeah, so we have articles about VM if you're interested. We also have a set of articles about the SUTXO model. So you can read about that as well. Yeah, we have Medium articles about the asset permission system. Yeah, so yeah, please give it a read if you are like you want to get an overview of the system and what's the unique kind of features and so on from the technical perspective. But if you just want to get the hands dirty, we have a set of examples as well. Actually, the CLI tool that shipped with the SDK has some scaffolding capability. So, but first of all, if you want to like run the project, you probably want to set up the full node, like a local DevNet full node and so on. For that, we have a repository called Alephium stack. It's here. So if you want to set it up, like this is Docker based, by the way. So if you want to set it up, you basically clone this repository. I have it already here. And then you go to this DevNet folder. Assume you have Docker installed and Docker Compose installed. It's basically just a Docker Compose -d, and this will just bring up everything. So you will have your full node, you will have your Explorer backend up and running. So that's enough for you to run a DApp and also to connect, for example, your wallet, like extension wallet, to the DevNet, because it requires the Explorer backend as well. So assuming that you have already done that, everything is up, we can run just a one-liner, like npx Alephium CLI latest, and we can basically scaffold a simple token faucet project, like basically like this. Initializing. By the way, this command, this scaffolding command, it has it uses a couple of templates, and by default, it just like what we do right now, it just initialize a vanilla like dApp project, like this. So if you look at what we have here, it has like a contract, like a token faucet contract, and yeah, it has some PS scripts, and it also has, for example, tests to demonstrate how do we write tests for this contract. So in order to run it, we just do npm install, and then we do npm run compile. This will basically compile the this token faucet contract, and then generates a bunch of artifacts, and then we can do npm run either deploy, which will deploy to the DevNet, or we can run test, which actually deploys this contract to DevNet within the test as well. So I'm just gonna just run it, and so that you know where to find the code if you want to get inspirations from. I'll just do another demo, basically the same thing, but with Next.js, like using the Next.js template, because like once you have like played around with the smart contract project, yeah, the token deposit project, you probably want to build a GUI on top of it, and this is a nice example of that. Simple enough, so you know like how to like call the smart contracts, how to interact with it, how to interact with the wallet, and so on. So this is the new project that we have created. Let's do an install. Then we do the same, which is contract compilation. So this time we do a deploy. So this will deploy the contract that we just compiled to the DevNet. And then we're going to run we're going to start the GUI. We will have something. We'll have something like this, and yeah, here we have a extension wallet, and there's nothing in it, so we can get some elf from the faucet. Now we can connect to this dApp that we just created. And for example, we can withdraw like 10 or maybe 2 from this token faucet. Now you can see that we've gotten 2 token faucet token from the step. So this is how easy is it to basically scaffold a dApp project. So we actually have more examples. There's a repository called rough examples. Here we have like dApps such as DEX, the NFT marketplace. We have the bridge and yeah, name services and so on. So if you are interested in like more sophisticated examples, you can come here and take a look. Some of the examples actually are drawn on GitHub. Sorry, on GitHub as well. So, for example, the Next.js template that I just demoed is here. We also have the DEX example here. So yeah, if you, in case you want to play around with it. We also had 2 workshops. One is for token faucet that we just demoed, but here we go in much details, like to explain the details of the smart contract and how to write tests and so on, if you're interested. And there's a more sophisticated example about how to implement front-end attack, similar like a contract in Rust. And Benjamin also like produced some excellent videos about how to set up the dev environment, how to work with the contracts, and so on. And also he wrote some articles too about Rust and the language and so on. And also CGI Bing wrote some very nice articles about, for example, the comparison between Solidity and Rust. And also he actually wrote a article to describe this prediction game they actually shipped in mainnet, which is quite valuable if you want to read. All the apps that are live on mainnet, you can find it in Outland here. So yeah, so these are the examples that you can take a look and get inspirations from. We mentioned the extension wallet, but you can also use the mobile wallet and desktop wallet. And I'll share the link in the Discord a little bit later. And the last thing that I want to mention is if you're a VS Code user, you can use the VS Code plugin for Rough. And I think there's an LSP server for it as well, so you can do like a little bit more sophisticated things in VS Code with regards to Rough. I think that's pretty much all from me. So good luck with the hackathon. I'm really looking forward to seeing what's being built. Thanks.
Perfect. Thanks, Hongchao. And at the end of the hackathon, we'll buy you a real microphone for the next one. But thank you. I think that's a nice introduction. We'll post all the links in an organized way in the Discord channel. You will find it also in the project channel. I will put it in the documentation post that I created. If you guys have useful links that you want to share between each other, you can also share it there. I think we'll give the last word to this little introduction kickoff to Cheng, and then we'll open the floor to questions. So Cheng, if you'd like to say a few words.
Thank you, Rad. I think I don't have anything more to add. Pretty much we have touched all the topics regarding technical stuff and non-technical stuff. What I want to say is that we are very open to feedback, suggestions. If you have any ideas regarding the workflow of the hackathon, regarding topics to work on, and or regarding anything else that you think is really helpful, please don't hesitate to let us know. We are always eager to improve everything, including technical and non-technical stuff. Personally, I'm going to be on Discord to help you guys on the SDK infrastructure, etc. And I look forward to improve a lot of the details to make sure that the dev experience is as smooth as possible. As you all know, that Alephium is still young. It means there are a lot of things to improve. And I think Hackathon is a great opportunity for that. So if you see anything, don't hesitate to let us know. And I hope you guys enjoy the whole Hackathon. And I look forward to see new projects and great ideas came from it. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you, Cheng. This is actually a great point that I wanted to mention. This is our first hackathon. We have purposefully designed it to be closed and open so that we can exchange a lot and have qualified feedback. So do not hesitate to give feedback on anything. So now we come to the Q&A part of this discussion. If you guys have any initial question, feel free to ask. Just raise your hand, like you have the little hand down there in Meet, so that I can give you the floor, or you can ask the question in the chat that is attached to this Meet. And we'll gladly take a few questions. And if there are no questions, then we're just gonna go and start hacking. Oh, this looks like a Swiss audience. We often have no questions. It's perfect. You can, of course, ask any questions you want. Okay, so we have a question. Regarding bounties, do we sign up for specific ones so that they are assigned, or multiple people will be working on the same thing? So that's why we ask you to create a post in the Hackathon channel project one, so that we can track who's taking what. And in some cases, we might ask you to get together to complete a bounty, or we can have also competing implementations. Any other question for now?
I mean, I saw a question on Discord. I don't think the person is here on Discord, but maybe this is something that I can ask on the behalf of the person who asked on Discord, because I'm not, because maybe someone else has the question. So there's someone that was asking if he could, he wants to develop a dApp solo, but would still want to be part of the main prize pool. Is it possible?
So the main idea was to have only teams compete for the main prize pool, and that the solo hackers could mainly compete in the bounty section. But if we have sufficient, like the main point is, maybe you can find a team in the Hackathon Lounge. There's enough participants for that to work together. But if Cheng, if you think we could participate in as a solo hacker to do a dApp, I mean, I'm also fine with that.
I don't know. I think you guys probably know it best, but looks good to me, honestly.
Okay, so I mean, I think it's very clear that we can participate alone if you want in the dApp or the main tracks. I will clarify it in the website and the article, and make a small post on Discord to make it clear for everyone. So I think if there's no more question, I think what are the expectations around listing projects on Discord? Is that a top line summary? Is this where the hero, the project? Any deadlines around this? So we are asking everyone to create a project, so that we can the first objective is that we know who's doing what, and so that also people can know that others are doing what, so that they don't necessarily do the same things. The second thing is that it's also a neat way to keep track of the progress, so people can just tell us, okay, we're here, we're there. They can call us also specifically in the project, because every project is like a little forum. So the initial expectation is to have what you are doing, in which track you're competing, a small description, and eventually this is where you're going to post the links to what you're doing, and this is where you're going to call help if you need some. And also it's a nice way for people to collaborate together.
Someone has raised their hand.
Yeah, there's another question about real world assets. Cheng, maybe this one's for you. Regarding I think real world asset case studies, do you see integrations like AMM or stablecoin protocols more relevant? It says at Curio we have both.
So by AMA integration, do you mean like to first onboard real world assets and then have them listed on the DEXs? If that's the case, then I think that's definitely one of the good ideas. Yeah, the real world asset seems to be a very good use case nowadays. Even though I'm not very familiar with that part, but I think it's going to have a great potential. And the stablecoin is going to be very, very important topic. Right now, the approach is we focus on using the bridge to bridge stablecoins from the other ecosystem, because right now the price of Alephium is still kind of very volatile, and it's not stable enough to use as a collateral for stablecoin. So we think that at current stage it makes more sense to bridge USD, USDT, USDC from the other ecosystems. But I think we can already start to work on these ideas to introduce native stablecoin to the protocol to Alephium and see and see how it goes. So definitely that's a great idea.
Yeah. Then there's another question. The project we do, can it be live on mainnet at the same time as we hack as the same time as we do the hackathon? Maybe on this, for it to be the goal of the, I'm not fully sure I understand fully the question. The goal of the hackathon is mainly to build something new. If it's new, most likely it isn't yet live on mainnet. But obviously, if you are finished with your project, you can, of course, launch it on mainnet during the hackathon. But I'm not sure. Did someone understand the question different than I did, maybe?
Maybe we can ask Raw Krypton to make his question a little bit more precise so that we can answer. Okay, so that's the question. Okay, so the main point is that we know what to judge. If you have something already, you need to tell us what you're going to do during the hackathon, and so that we know that we're judging what has actually happened during the hackathon.
Yeah, and then there's a question about whether we need KYC or AML partner. I guess you mean for people building on Alephium that would need to have kind of a KYC AML layer built into their dApp, because us ourselves as the layer one, we don't necessarily need this for us, but there might be dApps that might benefit from this. They are, if that is the case, we do know some, but of course, the more the merrier. And nothing that would be natively integrated on chain at that stage. You can maybe then you can explain exactly what you need, and we can look at. I can see who we know and what could be helpful.
Maybe tag us in Discord directly. That would be more efficient eventually.
Yeah, you can tag me. This is my handle on Discord if you want.
In Discord would be ideal so that everyone can see too. Thank you, Fernando. Does anyone else have a question? What did you say that you saw someone raise his hand?
I think it was Fernando, but maybe I was dreaming.
Okay, I think if no more question, we'll close it here today. And we having another office in 4 days on Friday. I will of course ping you the day before and also at the time of the event on Discord. So and if you have questions all along, you can ask them in the channels. I realize I didn't completely answer the question of Double H about the deadline around creating a project. Obviously, as soon as you create, the sooner the better. We don't have a specific deadline on this, but the sooner the better. We like to. It's better for everyone to know what everyone is working on. It makes it more efficient for everyone. So, Maud, Cheng, anything else to add? Mika, or I think we're closing it here. Okay, perfect. Thank you, guys. See you on Discord. Maud has just discovered the. It doesn't work for me. But thank you, and we'll see you on Meet in 4 days. And in the meantime, on Discord, we're available. Thank you, guys. Bye.
Thank you, everybody.
Bye bye, everyone.